Howdy y'all, I hope you guys are all doing well, I hope you guys are safe, and I hope you guys are healthy. My name is Josh, and I absolutely love clothing, personal style, and fashion. So if you're into that type of content, feel free to subscribe to me here on YouTube, as well as follow me on Instagram at @wears_Galdo. So today's video, I want to talk about a company or a shoe brand that a lot of you are well aware of, taking the fashion world by storm, and is just in your face whether you like them or not, and that is going to be Crocs. Crocs' presence in the fashion realm has just skyrocketed over the past, I would say, about 5-6 years maybe, and there's a couple of reasons as to why, and I'm going to try and reason it out as best as I can. I don't want to take up too much of your guys' time. There's a lot for me to talk about, but I definitely want to try and cover as much as humanly possible. So let's start from the beginning. Crocs was founded in 2002 in Boulder, Colorado, and since its inception in the past 2 decades that they've been around, they have absolutely skyrocketed in relevance, and the designs have come very far. Now more than ever, Crocs has pushed its way into relevance in not only just regular day-to-day life. You'll see them on the feet of just about everyone trying to be cozy and comfortable, into fashion shows, which is absolutely wild because the the past attitude towards Crocs, is, at least for me, was very distasteful, and I'll explain a little bit later on in the video. I would like to talk about their very first basic model. I don't know if this is the first shoe they've ever created, but this is going to be the basic Crocs clog. You guys know it, the ventilation holes on the side and the top, space for what they call gibbets, the little charms, little action strap to throw on. If you want to wear it like a mule, you can wear it like this. If you want it a little bit more secure, wear it like this. You know, very simple tread pattern on bottom, and all created out of EVA sole, or EVA foam, I should say. I've actually done an entire video on EVA foam shoes, so if you want to check that out, shameless plug for me. The original clog itself is a very old shoe. I believe some of the earliest examples of clogs were found in the Netherlands, formerly known as Holland. I think probably 700 years ago. I think 1300 was about the earliest that they've found. Clogs themselves are characterized by noticeably a wooden sole and then some sort of materialed upper. Crocs only really took the shape of the shoe as inspiration, not really anything else, but that's okay because the shape of the shoe itself is very conducive to the human foot. With the very historic shape of the original clog combined with fairly recent technologies such as injection molding as well as EVA foam, allows the classic Croc to exist, and it is off of this footwear model that they have been able to build their empire. As most of you know, this is a fashion-centered YouTube channel, so let's go ahead and shift over onto how this has become prevalent in fashion. Looking at Crocs' popularity in the past, I remember first seeing Crocs like kind of everywhere about 10 years ago when I was in high school, and I saw more and more people wear them. They definitely weren't the popular thing to have. They were something that we're seen more of as like super leisure wear, where it didn't go with what styles were popular at the time. To be fair, 10 years ago, people were wearing skinny jeans and fear of God and things like that, so Crocs really doesn't accommodate for that type of silhouetting. And I mean, if you even asked me back then, I would have never wanted to own a pair of Crocs, but then you look over here in 2023 and Crocs are seen on serious and unserious outfits all over the place. In my eyes, the characteristics that allow Crocs to be so successful are comfortability, affordability, availability, and then trends kind of going in the direction to accommodate for Crocs, like athleisure and a lot more relaxed cuts and looser fit pants and stuff like that. It definitely accommodates for Crocs to take over the fashion landscape. So Crocs cover literally all bases in regard to catering to the everyday user and fashion-forward individuals who want to put on an outfit and stand out. So the original Crocs clog are a very uncomplicated shoe. Like I said, injection molding, EVA foam, it literally is just put material in mold, boom, you got a Croc. And so because of that, they're very easy to make and also are very affordable. I think the base model Croc, the clog itself, comes in at about $40 to $50, something like that retail, and they're always available. Now let's steer away a little bit from the base model, just regular clog. I do have a couple of other models to show you guys, and they have something for literally everyone. There are multiple different colors, different shapes, different sizes. They're very accommodating for wide feet. This one is kind of like a more all-terrain version of a Croc. It has a fidlock buckle, which is a cool kind of like techie touch to it. The tread on bottom has a more like hardened rubber, whereas the upper is still comfortable with the soft EVA foam. I've done a video on this next one. This is the Crush boot. I still really enjoy these as a comfy boot for cold weather. And one of their newest additions to their lineup is going to be the Dylan Clog. This one looks kind of like a Birkenstock Boston. It's really just a croc mule. This one is probably like gonna be my go-to for this summer. I really enjoyed this in the cognac colorway. I also have the same one in black. These ones only retailed for like $55 if I'm not mistaken. This one right here was anywhere from like, I think 60 to 70, something like that. And I understand with the different textured sole as well as the fidlock buckle adding to the price. And the croc boot over here was about, I think 75, 80 at most. All right, there is another croc that collabed with a fashion center brand. I cannot pronounce the name, but I did a whole entire video on this pair of shoes in the past, so feel free to go back and look at that video. But this is the label right there, and this is probably one of the weirdest, most innovative things that I've seen Crocs do. It's this shoe right here. It looks so ridiculously wide. It's like a dino stomper over here, but this actually reminds me of the Matthew Williams Nike collaboration, because you can just take these out and it's a regular croc, but you want to be extra, throw them in to the little booty here. I don't even know what to call it, but this thing, I really only keep this for collection purposes because this is such a strange collab, but pretty sick nonetheless. One of the most important characteristics that contribute to the popularity of Crocs today is their marketing. In the past 5 or 6 years, they've done a nearly perfect job at injecting themselves into the fashion conversation, and that is a lot of ways in reference to their collabs. First group of people that they collab with relatively often is going to be musicians, and what better way to get people into Crocs than to get someone of influence, especially a music artist, to have a collaboration, official collaboration. They've done collaborations with people like Post Malone, SZA, Sweetie, Wu-Tang Clan, Justin Bieber, Diplo, and I'm sure many others that I can't remember here. My favorite of which is Sweetie's, because it's a ranch, or a Hidden Valley ranch themed croc, which is absolutely amazing. And fascinating enough, luxury brands, fashion houses, Crocs have now been in the same conversation as luxury, which blows my mind. Balenciaga is, I would think, like one of the most prominent ones, with the Balenciaga rain boot, which is honestly kind of nice. I would kind of like to wear that one, but it is really expensive despite being a croc because it's still Balenciaga. They're not always hits though, because there are some croc models that have been Balenciaga collabs that I'm just not a fan of. The croc high heel is kind of a cursed shoe. Another really prominent designer that has done a really good job at collaborating with Crocs is Salehe Bembury, who also works with Versace. Salehe Bembury Crocs are awesome. They look really good. They have a lot of releases in a lot of different colors, and I've never personally owned a pair, but if you look at that collaboration, that one retailed at like 80 to 100 bucks, which is absolutely insane for a luxury collab item to be only $100 retail. If you look at the Balenciaga ones, the rain boots I think retailed for like something like 600, 700. I think it was 600, but still, for a croc, that's kind of wild to conceptualize paying $600 for a pair of Crocs. But if you're a Balenciaga fan, or a Kanye West fan, I suppose, Balenciaga Crocs ain't too bad. As a professional consumer, seeing the evolution of Crocs as a company and cultural movement came out of what felt like thin air. But I do really appreciate Crocs as a brand because they are promoting really solid quality shoes for an affordable price. And so not only has the original model of the clog remained a classic and relevant, but they continue to create new silhouettes that honestly I'm happy to incorporate in my wardrobe, i.e. the Dylan clog as well as this kind of all-terrain, more hiking-centered clog. But now is where I ask for your guys' opinions. Are you guys fans of Crocs? Do you guys think Crocs are going to stay relevant for years to come, or is this just a passing trend? I think because they've been so on top of their marketing that they're going to be a force to be reckoned with for quite a while. And I'm happy to be a consumer of theirs because they don't break the bank. Very easy to, very easy to wear and very easy to just slip on. So the convenience is definitely a very big selling point for me. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Tell me what your guys' thoughts on Crocs are, and do you think they're gonna stay relevant in the coming years? Also, I would be very interested to know what your previous thoughts on Crocs were, because mine were overwhelmingly negative a while back. So again, thank you guys. See you guys in the next video. Later.